Good afternoon, and welcome to Karmen's Couch. How are you? It's Thursday afternoon, everyone. Come on in. It's a little cloudy outside, but it's all right. It's fall. My birthday is on the way, baby. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Karmen's Couch, let's talk about what that is. Karmen's Couch is a podcast on money mindset matters. And what I like to do is bring in business owners, entrepreneurs, and just talk to them about how they view and achieve success. So on this week, we have the phenomenal, the exceptional Miss Morticia, aka Mo Peterson, the CEO and design and decor expert of MoCreativeEvents. Welcome, Mo. Woo! Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How you doing?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. You look cute.
Oh, thank you. You do too.
The hair is fabulous, baby.
Okay,
I'm a
girl.
short hair girl, so
Right.
chocolate, I love it all.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You good?
Yes, I'm doing good.
So share with the world who you are.
Well, I am Mo Creative Events. My name is Morticia Peterson. I started Mo Creative Events 4 years ago.
Okay.
So I did it, actually been in business for 6-7 years.
Oh,
I did
nice.
it 2 years as a hobby while I still worked in corporate America.
Okay.
So I was laid off in 2019, so that's what birthed Mo Creative Events. So I decided to just try to do this as a full-time, try to entrepreneurship out full-time since I was laid off.
Yeah.
So then 2020 hit, COVID. So then that kind of put a halt on where things need to go because I was just growing.
Yeah.
So that hit kind of hard. So then we started to get creative. And we started doing drive-by baby showers, drive-by birthday parties. We started doing intimate dining. I ended up getting some one round table, 2 nice chairs. I took over people's living rooms, their side rooms, and turned into an intimate space for them to have still could celebrate their birthdays, their anniversaries. Those were milestones that they didn't want to miss because of COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was just making it work while I was still trying to grow my company.
You were making it work,
I was making it
and
work.
it's interesting that during COVID, so many businesses have been birthed during that time.
Yes.
During that time. And more importantly, it was a blessing that you got laid off.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that just yet.
Yes.
It was a blessing that you got laid off. I got laid off from corporate America in 2009.
Okay.
And I was in corporate America for 10 years. And God led me right into real estate and took me, I've been going up the ladder since,
Yeah.
But I would not have gotten here had I not been laid off because, baby, I love corporate America. I wasn't going nowhere. I was leaving kicking and screaming, but there was something more for me. So just like with you, there was something more for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you've been in business for, you say, 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
I established my LLC, my EIN, and I just was rolling from there. And we got a business bank account, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Made it really legit.
Absolutely.
So then that's why I said the birth of, March of 2019, I said, I'm going to do it.
It looks like you've been in business for 25 years from what I've seen, honey.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you say you'll go and you didn't want people to miss out on any milestone birthdays. So how did you come up with those creative ideas even during COVID when things were shut down? Like, how did that come about?
So I attended a workshop in Killeen, Texas. Her name is Latrice Jones. That's like my mentor. Like I love her. So she's one of the top designers in the industry. Everybody knows Latrice. So I came from with that. So in December I was able to pay for the class. The class is coming in March. So it was pre-COVID, but we didn't really understand what we was about to get into, like what was really gonna happen with a shutdown.
Right.
We would have never thought we was gonna shut down.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that class, that actual workshop changed my mindset of where I wanted to lead my business, decor-wise, like my image, my name, my brand. I was like so full of gems when I left. So I had all these little things and things that I had purchased, and I was thinking to myself, one of the clients called me, and she's a good friend of mine, and she says, oh, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary, and I can't believe we can't go out to dinner, I'm like, yeah, you can. So then it just something sparked. And I
Yes.
started to get things in the house, things that I had learned from the class. and it was her son's bedroom. I said, move it all out, and I'll take care of the rest.
Come on now.
I had draped the room fully. I had a table for there. She had bought a cake. They had candlelight going. Her husband had been at work. When he got off work, he couldn't believe himself. Like, she immediately had him change.
Wow.
And we opened up the room, turned on the light. He just couldn't believe it.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
When that took off, it was just like everybody was calling. Oh, it's my birthday. I would like to do a dinner. I would like to do a proposal. So, yeah, it just took off from there.
Took off. Wow. So something that, was a challenge for you.
Yes.
Most people would fall back and say, it's COVID, everything is shut down. You allowed that opportunity to, like you said, birth something.
Yes.
Tell me, did this happen as a child? Did you always have that creative juice? Were you always that creative little girl coming up?
No, like my mom is really creative. Like she sells. Back when I was growing up, she was making homemade turtles. She was sew. So that creativity definitely came from my mom. But I didn't realize I had the creative juice until I used to love decor. So when I purchased my first condo, I was like really styling it up real nice. And people would go like, girl, where you get this from? I did it myself. And it just, it was then, but I didn't really understand. I just thought it was just something I wanted to do for myself, come home and feel good. So then when, like I said, I moved to the city 18 years ago, and we would have parties, and I would put details in the party when it's just supposed to just been a cookout or Christmas party.
Put your little twist into it.
I put my little twist in it, and people would say, girl, you doing too much. You should do this for a living. And I'm like, So then I did my first baby shower, and 5 years prior to that, and it was just like, I could do this, you know what I mean? So like, it left from, so I started out MoCreativeEvents, decor and design. No, it was decor and events.
Okay.
So that was my full name, but I didn't brand it anything. That's just what I said I'm gonna call myself. So the decor, just coming into somebody's home, seeing how I can help them with their space, and that's what I kind of did for a little bit. But then I was still doing the events, and events just took over. So I dropped the decor and just started to focus on the decor.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just all started with just me putting a little twist on things that I did for my own self for parties and decor at the house.
It's always in you, the creative juice and energy and spirit was always in you.
Yeah.
What is an out-of-the-box type of theme that you have created? So let me ask you this. So if a client comes to you and say, hey, like I had a 40th birthday party, this is my 40th birthday party. How do you take a person's idea and create that and make it that wow factor?
Oh, okay. So I kind of create like a vision board or mood board, trying to get a feel of, I have them send me pictures of what they aspire the party to look like, so I kind of know what kind of design style that they're looking for. So then I start to, get them, we find a space or they find a space. Once they find a space, we do an on-site walkthrough saying what the space, because if someone come in this space can be transformed into a 40th birthday party.
Yeah.
So, but you coming in as a client, me coming in as a designer, I already know key things where things can be moved and changed. And then you just say, oh, I gotta have this, and I gotta have this in my party. And we just make it happen. So then you kind of like pull in things, I started to partner up with different vendors that I work with. So to acquire some of the things that I don't have, because something's always trending, you can't keep up. But it's companies out there that are keeping up with the trends, and you bring them in, and then the day of, we just transform those space into your dream.
So I ran into you at the Women's Expo on Sunday.
Yes.
And it didn't dawn on me who you were, because we kind of crossed paths a few years ago at a conference, and we were wowed by the decor and the design of the conference. And walking in, I was amazed. I was truly impressed. And I ran up to you. I'm like, hey, let me get your number, because I do events every now and again.
Yeah.
And so running into you at the Women's Expo, just walking through, just passing through, just looking to see, who else I could talk to about coming on a Karmen's couch or some things that I can purchase. And you were like, yeah, you take vitamins, and you're standing in front of a booth that you designed. You don't even work for the people. No. You end up selling me, something that you are not even really in business with, but you designed the backdrop. But I was impressed at how you sold me.
Okay.
On the vitamins.
On the vitamins. Somebody looking, she was walking past and didn't even look our way.
No.
She was looking straight ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you were like, I'm like, so you work here? You're like, no, I don't work here. I'm like, you don't work here. Right. I was like, how you don't work here? You just sold me something.
Right.
That was very impressive to me. It lets me know that you definitely have a passion for what you do and for helping others, because not only did you designed the backdrop, you were saying, hey, listen, I believe in also the product.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Right? So tell me more about some of your clients that you work with.
Okay, so when we first met, Savvy Chicks in Real Estate, I ended up working with Makita Smith, and that was 2019. That was her first conference for 70 women. So that was the biggest thing that I have done thus far, because we're talking something in June, and I'm kicking off my own business in 2019, March of 2019 versus June.
Wow.
So that was definitely challenging, and that was something that sold out 70 women.
Yeah.
So that kind of started having me, business owners was looking, a lot of entrepreneurs that do real estate, that's what kind of gave me the entrance for that type of world and that clientele, because like you said, you have parties now and again, but I have been involved with so many women in real estate because of that one event. So, the Dearborn, the YRD, Lenore Sherman, she personally was there, was like, you got to decorate for me, and I'm still decorating for her since 2019. Sherry Jordan, still decorating for them. So those are people that just started from that one room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so then you have your baby showers, your new moms, first baby shower, new moms like being their first child. I don't really, I guess the after rhythm, I do it all, and I don't really have a client that I say that I just resonate with, but for some reason, social events is just what I do. I do birthday parties, I do kids parties, but it's just not driven, but I definitely can do them. But I just noticed that I love branding. For somebody that's an entrepreneur, I just love the production of that, where you just like the Black Girls Vitamins, they contacted me and they wanted to do a pop-up shop where they took over space and they said, bring your bestie. They was doing brunch.
I saw that. I'm like, man, how did I miss that? I see they're doing one in Houston also.
Yes.
I'm like, dang it, I missed that.
So they were here in Chicago in August, and they contacted me off of Instagram. So that's why it's always important to push your business through social media, because 80% of my clients come from social media. I never met them. Hashtag. So that's how they found me.
Wow.
So I did their background content for their panelists, and then they wanted me to do their first expo, which is Ultimate Women Chicago Expo. That was the first time I never even heard of the expo.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just wanted to create that that experience for them to make it bigger than what they thought they didn't need it to be. Because sometimes with doing events, people don't see the outcome. They see the smaller picture, and I always have to see the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Or how things like that actual storefront was, everybody that came past was stopping just because it was storefront. That whole aisle of people walking through, that was the biggest design in that space. People just had a tablecloth, some things behind walking through.
Excellent.
So here you have, I wanted to create a vitamin store for them, because their website base, they don't have an actual location. You have to do everything drop ship online. So I wanted to create that experience for them, and then let other people know that, people was walking around, they had their own booths, the expo look like it's coming back, people visiting. So, expos for next year, 2024, just having that exposure.
It was truly like a vitamin store, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and you did a great job with that. What would you say would be a challenging experience that you've had in helping to bring someone's vision from, to execution? Like, what was the most challenging experience that you can say you've had?
I'll say I love doing weddings, but weddings are very challenging. Brides are very challenging because some of them may be coming off as bridezilla, but then they're still humbling. They're just really nervous about their day, and they want everything to go
perfect
down to the pen, and things are going to happen. You just got to keep it moving.
Right.
So there's things behind the scenes that they don't even see that they might think of it at the end of the night, like what happened to what we supposed to have. Well, we had to pivot. We had to do this. Like this was like one last thing that I just needed to bring to you because it's the day of. It's go time. There's nothing we can do about it. I would say that dealing with the venue, dealing with the day of, with you have several deliveries coming in, and it's so many aspects that you need to be in this room, that room, this room. Then the bride is texting, and then the planner of the space is texting. It's a lot, but it's at the end of the day, I would say that's challenging. And then one of my biggest challenges was when I had to do Savvy Chicks in Real Estate when she had over 300 women at a conference. That was a 3-day conference. That was 3 days of flipping the room.
Right.
And that was so challenging that I didn't sleep. I just as designers, we all creative people, they can't cut it off. So you're always thinking, what can I do? What can I do? And you kind of like sleeping because you're thinking about what should I do? What should I do? Just the transformation of the room, the 3 days that she decided to do a pop-up boutique along with the conference. It was just I just didn't think that I could have pulled that off. And I just kept doing it. I just kept at it, kept at it with my team, the design. And when it came to fold, I was in tears.
Wow.
I was crying because I just could not believe how all of that consisted of 3 days, consisted of months of planning and behind the scenes where we couldn't come through this door. Things couldn't fit in the elevator.
Wow.
It was just so many things that was happening. It's the thing can't fit. I'm that's the focal point of the stage, which means they can't fit in the elevator. Then we're calling, you can't come through that door. And now we're taking these heavy things down the escalators. The photographer and his crew have to help us bring these things down. It's just the behind the scenes is something else.
It's something else.
It's something else. And when just to think where you have to stay, I'll be talking to myself, oh, you got this, you got this. Come on, girl, you got this. Come on. I always have to remain strong and stay fast. I'm don't even let me see you sweat.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna make this happen.
When everything is falling apart.
When everything is clearly
you have to make sure you're not falling apart.
Exactly.
You have to make sure you're calm and cool before the client.
Oh yeah, because
if you falling apart,
then she finna fall way apart. Yeah, she's finna melt.
Yes. Because
she couldn't believe it'd be so many things.
Yeah.
So definitely that's my challenge, and yeah.
So do you have a team?
Actually, so I started, and it was my mom.
Okay.
She's helped me so much.
Mom, yes.
And my sisters, my nieces, so they all involved in that. But I do have a friend that we started. We actually came from the same job and was laid off. So he's very creative. He helps me out a lot. So going forward, I would really like my own team to keep, but I've really just been blessed with just send that text and they pulling up.
Good.
Honestly, they pull up, and that's why I started to pull away from a lot of hands-on and just bring in companies that work with me to let them do a lot of the lead work.
Got it.
Because if I can get a one-stop shop and I'm just there leading, the lead designer, I'm good with that too. I actually enjoy that because they doing all that packing. I'm just standing there with my little purse.
Exactly.
Making it happen.
Exactly.
And then, I still help them out, maybe put all some pieces at one table, but yeah, so no, I don't. It's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
Wow. So taking a vision from the initial idea, you're the visionary. Right? You're the visionary. So, and a person come to you and say, hey, listen, I have an idea that I want to take this and create another situation, how do you keep that vision of what your client wants in mind?
So,
and not get away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes certain things you do have to get away from, where it may be, say it may be the venue, because the person picked it out before they contact you, and they didn't realize that certain things couldn't be done, or it's just a budget thing that steers you away from the whole vision. Because if it's something that the bottom line is the bottom line number, certain things we have to pull away from and make the focal of the room the best thing in the room. So that's a way to kind of steer away from the vision.
Do you visit a room first?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I don't
visit a space.
Well, they may have their venue that they already found, and they just see it as a blank room. So once they contact me, then I ask them, I would like to do an on-site walkthrough because I need to fill out the space. You know, ask the proper questions that they don't ask, the do's and the don'ts. You know, how you access the space. Just key questions like, for instance, you come in this room and, oh, this room is rentable, but what do we do with all this furniture? So they didn't ask that question.
Right.
So now I'm coming in with chairs, backdrops, tables, and you might be told, oh, you're not moving these couches. But you bought, you know, this is something that they put their money on, and they didn't ask that question, or the venue should have told them that.
Right.
Certain items just can't be moved because you don't have storage to move these couches. So
Right.
where are we supposed to have our party at? So now our party gonna change to red couches.
Right.
So it's just certain things like that. But I love to visit the space to ask proper questions, fill out the space, ask, you know, kind of get ahead of like where things will go. So yeah, I love to do that.
So if someone watching would want to hire you, you know, what would be that process for them to? Is there an initial intaking of their
so
vision?
I have a system that I use. It's Honeybook. So Honeybook has a questionnaire form. Okay. So it's linked to my social media, MoCreativeEvents, MoCreativeEvents.com. Also, that's my website. And the first lead is the questionnaire form.
Okay.
The questionnaire form is general questions, your contact. Do you have a venue? Are you still looking for a venue? Your ideal budget, your must-haves, your color scheme. So that kind of gets me ready for that initial call to action.
Yeah.
I kind of know a little bit about yourself.
Okay, awesome. With the holidays coming up, do you see an increase around this time?
We'll see with the
Or when is your most busiest time
most
of
busiest
season?
time would be spring and summer.
Okay.
Spring and summer. After the kiddos go to college or go to school, you had a dip where, you know, trunk parties, graduations, kind of like calms down a little bit. And then you would say October, November, December is our slowest season.
Okay.
So you have to be kind of creative. So I offer residential and commercial Christmas tree styling.
Okay.
And Christmas decor. So that's one of the things I started doing through the slow time. So I pretty much put up all your Christmas decor. And if it's something that you saw and you wanted to improve it or look magazine worthy, then I would personally go shopping to go get some of those things to spruce up your tree.
Okay.
So
That
that's
sounds
what I do.
awesome. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, okay, what exactly is that? I saw that
so
on
you
your.
just style your own stuff because that's a necessity. People love Christmas, but it's a lot of work.
It is.
So that's why it sits there. So if someone else come in, one day you come in, your Christmas is decorated.
Yeah.
Then I'm that girl.
Yeah.
So
I've had a Christmas tree in about 25 years. My sister said, we should get a Christmas tree. I said, okay.
Yeah, because you know, it's like so many, you know, you got your little reindeers, you got, you know, it's Christmas, like Christmas on overload.
Yeah.
And those are things that you won't do yourself because you're just super busy. That's why a lot of times they'll leave the tree up until like March.
Right.
They don't even want to take it down.
Right.
So, you know, that's how that go.
How do you stay motivated, Mo? How do you stay encouraged? How do you keep moving forward? And you know, when the slow seasons, I know you say you have to be creative. How do you keep moving forward and keep, you know, the vision alive of what you see yourself and where you see yourself?
That's hard. It's hard to motivate yourself, especially as an entrepreneur, because The only thing that I do miss from corporate is that's a guaranteed check, and that's a guaranteed punch in, or if you're on salary, you're gonna have to show up if you want the money. So with an entrepreneur, you have to show up for yourself. So like I try to pray, I try to get motivated, I try to follow the right type of people in the industry, even if they're not in the industry. And you sometimes, if you follow the right cat, you kind of pick up on some of the things. Like they might wake up super energetic, they'll have something positive to say, but I'll try to make a list, and sometimes the list don't even work. Something right. Like, I'm supposed to be, it's 4:00 and I ain't do that yet. So I just try to stay motivated, but it could be a trying thing, but I try to just, see what I can do best for myself, and then just your overhead just be different, and I just be trying to just be creative. But it's hard motivating yourself. It really is. And then sometimes I don't even look for it, but somebody will give me that. Like when you came in today. When I came in today and you said, look, it's only up from here. Like you here. Like this could take your career here. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You're like, you ain't know I was that. Okay,
yeah,
right.
And I said, I didn't know I was coming to that. I thought I was just going to be hearing your podcast. But people motivate me. People see things in me that I don't even see in myself. To be honest with you, that really is my motivation. They'll send me a text message. I just got a text message yesterday, and it was something from Pastor Hannah that someone sent my friend that, and she sent it to me. She said, "It's only up from here. It's only up from here for you. Like this is it."
Wow.
And then I got another text this morning from my best friend. She said, "You inspire me." And she has a corporate job. She's the boss to her job. And it's just like, I inspire you.
Absolutely.
So those are the things really do that inspire me, because when I'm down, I'll get a message from somebody that I don't even realize that they follow me. I inspire them. They be like, girl, you really inspired me. And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you. And that, to be honest with you, now since you said it, yeah.
Yeah.
The people inspire me.
Yeah.
They really
because
do.
what you're doing is, it's not about you, it's a service.
Yeah.
And you're in a position where you can help change lives and create a moment that people will never forget.
Exactly.
And that's life changing. That's something that can stay with that person forever.
Right.
How you change the situation and made it better than what, they initially thought.
Yeah.
How do you start your mornings?
So I start my morning where I get up, I wake up.
Because they say successful people have a morning regime. They have a morning routine, right? And so if you don't have one, that's okay. But start with.
Yeah.
Create one.
Yeah, create a more positive one. Exactly.
Create a morning routine every single day. So before you walk out of the house, this is what you do.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
Right.
And it won't matter how you feel. Initially. It won't matter, because you have created that routine, everything that you live by. So even if you don't feel motivated, if you don't feel like getting up and creating your morning routine, you become committed to.
Right.
So, if you don't have one, start one.
Yeah.
Create one.
And then I have to say, too, that my clients motivate me, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot forget about my clients.
Yes.
That's the reason why I'm still in business.
Absolutely.
They, like you said, changing the impact that at the end of the day, whatever challenges, whatever coulda, woulda behind the scenes, they're the impact that the transformation for them to see that unfold, how they have they start to tear up. They just get to be where they can't thank you enough. That's motivation.
What do you think sets you apart from other event planners? What sets you apart?
So I was thinking about that, and somebody called me and was like, I had two people tell me that I try to make a connection with my client, not making them feel that they just a client. I try to make them feel the process, be connected to the process, and just I even stay at events because a lot of people want to throw a party, but they don't know how to be involved in a party. So you could throw a party, but you're not following the timeline. So when to cut the cake, when to change your outfit, when should we set up the fireworks, when should we do the champagne toast. So I kind of linger around it helps me to be a better planner, to see things And then also to make sure that they're having a good time, because things happen in the party too, where the caterer didn't show, or we forgot the candles, or oh my goodness, we forgot the utensils for the for the food. And I try to make sure that everything goes smooth for them, because at the end of the day, they'll sit in a party. They only have 5 hours to party, and the only thing they've done is walked in the room and ate. And they just sitting ducks. So I try to coordinate things with the DJ has his list. We're gonna do this time. We're gonna do this that time. We're gonna do this time. Like it's a whole timeline.
Yeah.
I be getting on their nerves. I'm like, I tap them on the shoulder, be like, girl, go change your dress. Girl, don't do this. Okay, we finna do a champagne toast. Wrap it up here. And then getting people involved in the party, making them a part of it. Where like, okay, we finna take pictures. Come on, it's y'all time. Tell the DJ. Come on, let them know. I'm gonna take some pictures with her. So just keeping it where she having an experience that she's supposed to have.
Right.
Or he.
Right.
Yeah.
And it takes the weight off of
yeah.
your client as well. That there's someone that is helping to help guide things along.
Yeah. So I would say that definitely sets me apart from a lot of planners, because they will leave and go to, like they're waiting to break down, but I stay. I stay. And then, like I said, if it's something where, like I would say these last couple of events, I really didn't stay, because it really didn't, it was just a dinner. It wasn't doing anything, so I'll just step away.
Right. What, now, everybody want to be an event planner some type of way, right?
Everybody. The market is oversaturated, as they say.
It's oversaturated.
But they don't have it in you.
That's it. Come on now.
That's the way you got to think about it.
Yes.
It's oversaturated. It's a McDonald's and a Burger King on the same block, but they don't have you.
Come on.
Yeah, so.
That's right. And that's how you have to approach it, too.
You have to think about it like that.
Yes. Because you just named about 4 or 5 different real estate agents, right, that we both know.
Exactly.
Okay? We know a ton of real estate agents, but they ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
And that's how you have to approach every situation, every client. They're not me.
Yes.
You're going to know about 4 or 5 other event planners, but this is what I bring to the table that's different.
And that's what they do too. As a client, they'll do their research of the day with they're pricing different ones and seeing who, this is what I like, this is what I like what they do, let's see who can give me the better deal. So they'll search before they even get to you.
What would you say to that person that wants to become an event planner, that wants to get into this space? What would you say to them?
Okay, so that's a good question, because I created 2 years ago. I created a workshop.
Okay.
Where for event planners, so it's just like a I would say event workshop 101. So it's basically just the foundation. It don't have nothing to do with selling it out, bringing it's saturated with like a whole other a lot of students, a lot of to-do lists. Those workshops are great, but when you are new to event planning, they can be very intimidating. So I try to bring in up-and-coming event planners to teach them the 101 fundamentals, the proper tablecloths to buy. I bought the wrong tablecloths. Yeah, I used them. They made some money, but they was not the right size. Or picking out the name. Your name, your business name shows up for your business even when you're not even the face of it. You could just be somebody in the background and they'll see Power Realty, but who's the brand behind it? What makes your brand stand out before they even see who you are? So I kind of get them in tune with that, and then just being intentionally about what you want to do, because as you say, there's so many event planners out there, they think it's easy. But it's hard being an event planner. Like, I mean, people, building relationships with your vendors, just you emotionally having to deal with people personalities. Right. So just getting them in the forefront of like, is this something you really want to do? And then going in it in a different approach, because you go in thinking, oh, I want to decorate this whole room. You don't really have to do that. Start off small. What wanted you to do this anyway? So like say you do a sweet table. Okay, do that. Then incorporate a backdrop. Grow it so you're comfortable with it, because it could be overwhelming to have to do the whole room. So I would just tell them, think about certain things of how you want to approach it. Just teaching them the small business structure 101. You need a bank account, girl. You need a you need an EIN, girl. You need a LLC. Just start there. You can't just be up and doing it. So that's what I try to do for the
And that makes
planners.
sense. That makes sense. Start small.
Start
Hey,
small.
Decorate a table.
Yeah. Right. Find that one little thing that you do because it is things that we're stronger strength in. So, because I don't have, how like you might be real dope at a table scape. So that's all you do.
Right.
And everything else fall in place.
Right.
Sell that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
focus on one thing and then you'll get comfortable with it and then you'll move to other things.
Right.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can come in and decorate a whole room.
Nobody. Nope. Mm-mm.
I mean, that does say, you think event planner, you think that everyone can do the same thing initially, right?
Yes.
But as you stated, there are some, if you're in a position or you just starting or whatever, wherever you started, you may or may not be able to come in and do, the bigger picture or bigger vision of something that someone would need. Okay.
So just having that lifeline where that communication where you can't have somebody to talk to and not be judged.
Right. I love your mission statement that you have on your website.
Okay.
Making sure your client is happy. Bring your client's vision to life. Keeping details classy. I love that. Keeping guests in total awe. Have people talking about me in rooms I've never entered. How did you come up with that mission statement?
So, Chantel, she designed my website, and she also helps entrepreneurs start off their business. So we met each other at a spin cycle class, and she was like, "Oh, I offer these services," and I'm like, and that's one thing I would say my downfall is like administrative.
Because you're a visionary.
Yeah, it's too
You're a
much.
visionary. You got to hire someone.
So we were talking about it, and just like you're talking to me now, and she was just jotting out different things that is always said. It's always classy. You always make it so streamlined, and it's just such an impact on, like you just changed the whole dynamics of the room. So those are key things that she kind of took away with our conversation for the mission statement, and it was just like, this is what I've always wanted to do, is just have people walk away from a room, going piggyback into their conference in 2019. They didn't even realize that someone of color decorated their room, and I don't want anything to be pigeoned on, this is how it should look because you're this, you're that. I want to be able to decorate for everybody.
That's right.
So that's
Absolutely.
how I said, the class.
And that's why your mission statement stood out to me, because I experienced that.
Yeah.
I was left in total awe.
Right.
Right. And I feel like your mission statement, for what I've experienced with you, you keep that vision in mind and your mission statement in mind when you're delivering your product.
Yeah.
And so that's key. If you stick to the vision and stick to the mission that you live by, then everybody will be happy.
Yeah.
You will have happy clients at least.
Yeah, I'll have happy clients.
You will, right?
At the end of the day, they be happy. We go through that.
Exactly.
But then we get to that woosah.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's not easy. It's a process. It's a process.
Right.
You're birthing something, as you stated earlier. You're birthing something, and you're trying to really get a vision out of, someone else and bring it to life. So that takes skill.
Yes.
That takes skill. What else you have going on, lady?
So I have another wedding December 1st. I have potential weddings for 2024. They're already calling. I have a couple birthdays, couple tree installations to do, and just out here just trying to make the fourth quarter sweet. Finish strong so that it keep me motivated and to go on. I'm trying to, even though we only have these last 90 days, but just trying to start to see the vision for 2024 already.
Right.
Like, what can I do? What can I incorporate? And I have started where I would say I did my first event, Content and Cocktails, and it was actually to kick off my birthday. So I brought fellow event planners, treat makers, balloons, inventory vendors, prop makers out to this event, and we just sat down, we talked, we ate, we had cocktails, we talked about content, the importance of content. I had a content, hey girl, they were there talking about managing social media. So I want to continue that because that's what we needed, and I felt that that's what we needed. But then to hear them say this is what they needed, then that's something that I want to continue to do, building community over competition.
I love that.
Yeah.
Community over competition. Yes, because it don't have to be a competition. Guess what? You're the only person you're in competition with.
Exactly.
You're in competition with the last person you were with, the last person you were, last month or last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? You're your only competition.
That makes sense.
The last person, and the person that you were.
Yes.
The growth that you desire to achieve. That's the only person you're in competition with.
Exactly.
Because they say your business grows to the extent that you do.
Okay.
Your business grows to the extent that you do. So as you grow, your business will grow.
Okay.
As you grow mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, your business will grow. Right? And go to the
Yes.
next level. Is there anyone that you thought about and you would sit back and say, man, I would love to present my vision and decorate and give them what I have and what I see? Who would you like to work with? That's even celebrity. It don't matter who it is. That you sit back and you just daydream and be like, man, I would love to just work with them.
Actually, it's not a person. It's just a client.
Okay.
A client come to you where there's not a budget. It's just a vision.
Come on.
And make it happen.
No budget.
No budget. And you just come up in that room and kill it. And you bring where you can almost transform a whole hotel lobby or a conference. It's just no end to the budget. And I just want the client, you to be able to, the production to just be bigger, bigger and better. That client, those clients. But it's not a specific person that I would say, oh yeah,
okay.
I want to work with that person. They may be a celebrity,
right.
and they may be a celebrity in their own way, in their market of their business.
Okay.
And people think she's the who, whatever. You got to work with her. Oh wow. So yeah, I would say that.
So just no budget.
No budget client.
You just want to come in and be able to have creative opportunity. Yeah.
Yes.
Freedom.
Freedom. I want to bring in the whole 18-wheeler if she got a trucking company.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on.
I want to feel it. I want to fill it up.
It's on the way. It's on the way. You've only been in business since 2019, but it definitely, what I have seen, you have a gift that I haven't seen, in event planners. And a lot of times you don't realize that someone may have done something and was an event planner behind it, right?
Yes, exactly.
But to know, someone who's created something and brought a vision to life that I've witnessed, I'm truly impressed. And I wish you nothing but greater success, that opportunity that you can have the creative freedom to just come in and do whatever you want to do and show the entire world, who you are and the vision that you have to help bring life, right?
Yes, right.
I encourage that, and I thank you so much. Anything else you want to share before we end?
Thank you so much for having me here and believing in me for trying to sell you product. Right. You can sell water to a well, girl.
Yes, you sure can.
So this is definitely, I would say, I'm just overexcited that this even happened. This is one of the things that I envisioned would happen. I just didn't know when. So I'm just really grateful that this is yes.
Yeah, and thank you for coming to sit down with me.
Off my list.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be the next Oprah Winfrey, okay? Yes, Oprah gonna call me and say, I see what you're doing, honey. And I'll be like, listen, I'm calling up everybody that said yes to Karmen's Couch.
Karmen's Couch.
They coming with me, okay? And so I love this, and thank you again. Karmen's Couch, you guys. We have sat down and talked with Mo of Creative Events. Mo of Creative Events. Thank you so much, Miss Lady, for coming on. You all reach out to Mo for your weddings, for your birthdays, for all your special occasions. I endorse her. You know what I'm saying? I am supportive of her. Reach out to her if you have anything that you would like her to just see how she can bring it to life. All right. Mo's information will be in our link. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a great day.
Bye.